Good morning. I should say hello, hello, hello. This is Claricia Myers coming to you live from Sterling, Virginia. And guess what? The temperature outside is a whopping 1 degree. One, but it feels like -7. So it is cold. It's cold almost everywhere in the country. Midwest, it's cold. And you can believe I'm staying inside today. It's just me this morning. Um, Roland is sleeping. Well, not quite. He's not ready to face us this morning. Good morning, Lorraine. Laverne, good morning. Glad that you can join me this morning. I can wave to you. Yes. Even though it's cold outside, we can still think sunshine, happiness. It's not what's great example. No matter what's going on outside of us, what's inside that matters. That's what really matters. Good morning, Gentry. Good morning. Glad that you can join me. So, I've been talking about this topic. It's a little kind of odd in terms of, are you a meaningful specific, or are you a wandering generality? It's kind of like broad, but it helps us to think about ourselves in terms of what it is that we want in life, what we want to accomplish. And I'm hoping that you would say you are a meaningful specific. To be a meaningful specific, you know exactly what you want in life. And that's who I'm addressing. I'm speaking to spiritual entrepreneurs who know that within themselves they have a purpose to be more, to do more, to have more, and to impact in a positive way the lives of those that they encounter on their life's journey. So, good morning, Sipo. Good morning to you. Thank you, Gentry. Blessings to you as well. So, the section that I had been listening to, this is Zig Ziglar. He talked about change, change our negative attitude. And we're born in this negative world. From the time we're young, there are comments that we keep hearing things, negative things, like, don't get knocked or run over, or a child's playing with a pencil. Oh, you'll poke yourself in the, those are negative. Um, those are negative words, and so we're constantly being bombarded with this negativity, and so it's sometimes we get trapped in thinking that we have limiting potential, you know, and so Zig Ziglar, he was telling a story. He's an excellent storyteller. He was telling a story about a man named Bernie, who he and his wife had two children, two girls, and then they had their son, a baby. But then noticed something was different about him. Good morning, cousin Jay. They noticed something was different about the baby. His head kept leaning to one side, and he wasn't like growing and developing like the other two girls had done. So he went to his doctor, and the doctor said, "Oh, nothing is wrong. He's just preemie, and it's going to take him a while to get out of whatever." No, I don't think he was the preemie one, but nonetheless, uh, they were still convinced there was something wrong. So they went to a specialist. The specialist did a battery of tests, and it turned out that the baby had some type of cerebral palsy. And they said, you might as well just go ahead and commit him to some institution because he's not going to be normal. He's never going to do this and that. And Bernie was not willing to accept that. He went to get another opinion and another. He went to several different doctors, and they all said basically the same thing. And he finally went to this one doctor, and the doctor said, yes, that's exactly what he has. But, you can do something about it, but it's going to take a lot of work. You have to be consistent, and whenever you're doing these therapeutic exercises with the baby, do not ever do it in the presence of another child who has been diagnosed with the same thing, because children have a tendency to mimic the behaviors of others, or whoever they are around. So, that's another thing. We, what's the exact phrase? He says, we take on the behaviors, the thoughts, the attitudes of what we have around us. But they kept working with this child, and he was able, long story short, I'm not, he was able to do all of the things that a normal child would do. Play golf. I mean, even though at the early stages of the child's development, he didn't really carry that thought. The parents had to do it. The doctors, the therapists, they worked with him. So the father didn't do it all by himself. He worked with doctors and specialists who showed him what he needed to do for his child. And the child, they had tape recorded messages of positive words that the child listened to consistently. And he was able to start believing, yes, he can do it. So the therapist called up the father, Bernie, and said, hey, you need to see this. The child was able to do his very first push-up. I mean, it was a big deal to do a push-up. And with all the celebration and excitement that everyone around him had, it spurred him to believe, hey, yes, I can do it. They celebrated his success. And he was able to go on and do even more things, And they went to his graduation, his bar mitzvah. And there's the thing. When everything you do is based on a firm foundation of morality, there's no limit to what you can do. Because number one, you have to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you can do it. And constantly getting positive feedback, to the point where you can start doing things on your own, there's no limit to your potential or what you can do. And Zig Ziglar, he has all these awesome quotes, and this one of the quotes that I wanted to share. He says, good, clean, pure, powerful, positive messages being given to you over and over again, that you can do it, the mind is able to take that and exceed your expectations. He talked about some studies that had been done, medical students, I didn't do the study, but medical students who were all studying different diseases, 2/3 of them started exhibiting the symptoms of the diseases that they have been studying. So again, here, you take on the beliefs of whatever you are around, whatever is around you, your surroundings. He also talked about a group of students from Israel. Some came from Europe. It was about the same amount. A large group from Europe and a large group from the Orient. They were together, and they found that on the surface, the students who were from the Orient, they said that their IQ was somewhere in the neighborhood of 85, whereas the students who came from Europe, theirs was like 105. But after 4 years, all the students were together in one specific area, being taught the same thing by the same instructors. At the end of a 4-year period, they all exhibited the same IQ, which was like 115. So we can grow, we can change and we can grow. So wherever you are, it depends on what you believe about yourself. You can change and you can grow. So, but use what you have. Use what you have. Good morning, Ursula. Glad you can join me this morning. So I'm just sharing a little bit about what Zig Ziglar, one of the experiences that he had, and what he shared about us being able to believe in ourselves, believe in humanity, because, you can't climb the mountaintop by yourself. It takes, you ever heard that expression, it takes a village? Well, it takes other people, like that little boy, his doctors, his therapists, his parents, all those who were involved in his life, feeding into him, giving him that positive energy, helping him to believe that he can do it. We can do the same, So you need to feed your mind those positive things. Believe in yourself that you can achieve those goals. Good morning, Charles. Good morning to you. I'm glad that you can join me. Laverne says, your circle has to be of positivity. There's truth to that. They even said the average length of a cold is 1 week, But if, oh, I can't, I messed it up. I messed that whole thing up. I have to go back and look at that. But the bottom line is we can do what we put our minds to do, and what we feed ourselves. All right. You have power inside of you. You can tap into that power. You can tap into that greatness, develop it, and it'll take you where you need to go. And hopefully you can encourage, inspire, motivate, empower other people to start their journey to their success. Good morning, Dilshad. Hope I said it right. Let me know. Good morning, Sharon. Glad that you can join me this morning. Good morning, Brock. How are you guys out there in California? Are you getting any of this? Are you all feeling any of this cold weather that we're having over here? Hope you're warm there. Good morning, Jill. Glad that you can join me too. Yeah, so the bottom line is change the negative input that you're getting in your life. Constantly feed your mind good, clean, pure thoughts, and that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to do. So two things that I'd like to share with you. One is in this link, or in this description, there is a link to storytelling. Storytelling is such a powerful thing. We use it all the time. Marketers use it all the time. We use it in our everyday life. Stories can inspire us to be great, not just good, to be great. And so there's a training on storytelling there for you. And also, I do have a link to our YouTube channel that I upload these to YouTube, so you can see all the videos in one spot rather than having to search around in case you want some more or see one of the lives that we've done before. And one other thing, February starts tomorrow. The second week of February, I will be hosting another Facebook Live challenge for those of you who were not able to make the last one. I try to do one per month. So if you want to be a part of that, please let me know. You can DM me, direct message me, or you can send me a message or click on the link below, or just send me a message, however. I'm so glad that you can join me this morning. Today is Thursday. It's a cold day, and I'm going to be pretty much staying put. Hopefully you're warm, and even though it's cold outside, we can have sunshine inside. Thanks for joining me, and you will see me tomorrow. Bye now.